this one. All right, we're good to go. What's up, you guys? Janice Dolnick here. Let me open my chat. Make sure that I can see you guys if you have any questions. Happy Wednesday, February 23rd. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Janice Dolnick. I'm a registered nurse and a legal nurse consultant. I own my own company, National Nurse Consulting, and I also teach and train registered nurses how to start and build a successful legal nurse consulting business from home, just as I have. So if you're meeting me for the first time, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're one of my people, I'm also very glad that you're here. My oldies but goodies. Shout out in the comment section, you guys, where you're watching from. Let me see if my chat is working here. Hang on, everyone. I used to use a different platform to live stream, and now I'm trying Zoom. So I just want to make sure that it's working okay. All right, you guys. So today, I want you guys to take a look at this awesome sign we have behind us here. Keep calm and rock on. You know, I love everything. I love having fun in business. I think as you're building a business, if you're new to the entrepreneurial world, we'd like to have fun, especially Legal Nurses Rock. It's super important to us that we enjoy what we're doing. And so we have this new sign here today, and we're actually going to give it away. It's this little poster, keep calm and rock on. It's what we say all the time to each other in our business, like just keep calm and rock on. And it's part of kind of our Legal Nurses Rock verbiage that we use every day. And I just, you know, I think for me as a business owner, it's important from being a nurse that was burnout in the hospital, right? It's important that we have fun in business and that we don't take ourselves too seriously. And so we want to ensure that as you guys are building your business, as you're building your legal nurse consulting business, you too are having fun and you remember why you're doing this, right? If you're leaving the bedside to pursue legal nurse consulting, you're probably pretty burnout. I remember when I first started my journey as an LNC, I was super burnout, and anybody that was happy or full of joy kind of made me mad. Raise your hand if that's you. You're like, oh, what are they on? So it's hard. It was hard for me being bitter and just tired of my job. And we all feel the same way, right? We all love our patients. It was kind of the politics behind nursing, I think, that a lot of us got really tired with. And sometimes the patients, if you have been seeing on the news, a lot more nurses are getting hurt at work, which is not okay. But, you know, loved patient care, loved everything about patients, was tired of the behind the scenes, I guess, politics and stuff that goes along with being a nurse. And so kind of my joy was gone and my joy was stolen. And so we wanted to create something that was fun and reminded us to have a good time. And there's actually quite a bit that goes along with this poster. I don't know, does anybody know where this poster originated from, where the keep calm and blank blank, you see it all over the internet. Does anybody know where that came from? Oh, what's up, you guys? Now I can see you. What's up? Oh, I gotta turn it down. Hang on. Nicole, what's up? What's up, Nicole? What's up, Heather? Hi, Kiami. Let's see here. Adria, welcome, you guys. Oh, it's rainy in Arizona. Shout out your nursing specialty for me, will you? In the comment section. I want to tell you a bit about where it's kind of a cool story where this came from. So I'm actually going to pull it up because I have a little bit of research here that I want to share with you. Give me 1 second. You can probably hear my stomach growling. Let's see here. I had it posted. Doesn't want to let me in. It figures. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to share this with you. So during World War II in Great Britain, the German forces were raining down death and destruction daily with coordinated airstrikes. This is going to be intense, but this is where this poster came from. So it must have been terrifying to hear the wail of incoming attack alarms echoing through the streets of London, knowing that there was a good chance your home or business would be blown to fragments as you huddled in bomb shelters below. To bolster the people and remind them what they were fighting for, over 2 million posters were created. The posters wore a crown to signify the entrenched ethos of protecting the country and the Queen or family of England. Then in big, bold type, the words said, keep calm and carry on. These were stacked beneath the crown. So a nod of the hat to the stiff upper lip mentality of the Brits, the posters were actually never distributed. A man came across a stack of these posters years later and began selling them in his shop. The posters sold like orange Fanta during a drought at the Bee Gees concert in the South Pacific. The shop owners started to print more of them and sell them just as fast, which spurred on a movement of these reprints and spin-offs that the world now knows through social media. So in the spirit of standing tall in the face of adversity and challenge, I would like to introduce to you, our followers, the Legal Nurses Rock version of keep calm and carry on. Basically, keep calm and rock on, right? So here it is, keep calm and rock on. And we believe that work is supposed to be fun. As you can see, I have this right behind me in my office to remind me to not take things too seriously and to have fun in my business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send one of these posters to someone here that's on this live today. And here's how it's going to work. The first person in the comments, and let me pull open the comments because I've got like multiple platforms going here and I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. The first person, ready? To dispel this common legal nurse consulting myth in the comments below, so you got to shout out in the comments. Also shoot me some hearts because I feel like I'm talking to nobody and the hearts make me feel good. Will win this poster. So here's the myth, ready? True or false? Legal nurse consulting is oversaturated. There is not enough work or money to go around. Who wants to answer this? Who wants to dispel this myth? I guess I'm giving you the answer, right? True or false? Who wants this poster? Who would love the poster? Shout it out in the comments. False, Kimberly. Kimberly, you win yourself a poster. Congratulations, you are false. You know what I love about you guys is you're learning so much that there is plenty of room and success for you and you and you, right, Nicole? Room for Nicole, room for Cammie, room for Brittany, room for Colleen, all of you to have success as legal nurse consultants, right? There is plenty of work, right? Plenty of work and plenty of money to go around as a legal nurse consultant. You guys, lawyers are, you know, even though this career has been, this field has been around since like 1980 something, lawyers are just now seeing how valuable we are. And I think it has a lot to do with social media because we're able to get a far more reach than we ever could before, right? When I first started my business as a legal nurse consultant, it was back in 2009. And even then, even in 2009, I still went door to door trying to sell my services to attorneys. We still kind of do that now, but social media is a really big part of our outreach and how we reach attorneys and how we let them know just how valuable we are and how we let them know the services that we offer and why we're so much better than just some random medical record copy paste chronology place right that's out there, right? Why you really want a nurse on your team. So Kimberly, first of all, can you shoot me? I'm going to put it in the comments here. care@legalnursesrock.com. Kimberly, will you send me your phone number and shipping address, first and last name, shipping address and phone number to that email that I just put down so that I can ensure that you get your poster, the Keep Calm and Rock On poster, because I want to ensure that you do get it. So social media has really changed everything about our business as legal nurses. So let me close this real quick because I want to make sure I still see you guys. There we are. And you're so welcome, Kimberly. Good answer. I like to dispel the myth because so many people come to us and they'll say, hey, I thought about being a legal nurse consultant. However, I'm trying to set my phone up here so I can read your guys' comments. However, I heard it was oversaturated or attorneys, there's not enough attorneys. You guys, I think there's over 1 million personal injury attorneys alone in the US. Yeah, that's way more work than you could ever possibly handle on your own, right? And we know that the average LNC needs about 2 to 3 attorneys to replace their hospital wage or their hospital income, you can see how there's plenty of work to go around, right? Plus, there's lawyers coming out of colleges all the time, graduating, right, from the universities. We were just at Pepperdine for a swearing in. There were so many lawyers there, new grads that need to know why having a nurse on their team when a client is injured, or when there's an injury in place, or when there's an injury or medical records involved, why having a nurse is so, so important. See you soon, Kiami. Thanks for hopping in. So what we want to do is sorry, I'm reading your comments too. Hey, shout out where you're from, where are you watching from, and your nursing specialty. I'm sorry if I missed it. Trying to manage the two channels is tough, but you guys, I just want you to, when you're pursuing this, I think the most important thing to do, and you can get so caught up in the daily to-dos, right? The tasks of starting a business and building a business, right? Your website, your name, your slogan, your logo, your email. There's so many things that go into building a business, and that can be very overwhelming. But I want you to stop when you're getting overwhelmed and just think again about why you're doing this. Yes, you're doing this because maybe you're burnout, but also you're doing it because you want to be excited about your career again, right? You want to have fun in your career. And it is so much fun to build a business. It is so much fun to have a lawyer call you up and say, boom, we did it. Like, we won, right? It is so fun to be in a position where attorneys actually value and respect your opinion, versus when you're in the hospital and maybe the doctors, there's some really great doctors that do value and respect your opinion. But a lot of times what we say, as somebody who's at the bedside 24/7 with the patients, our concerns often go unheard, right? They often are just like, I mean, how many of you have had, raise your hand. I remember telling a physician in the NICU, this baby is going to crash. Like, I need you to not walk away. They were in rounds. And I was like, this is going to happen in minutes. I knew it. I was like, don't go anywhere. And he totally blew me off. And he walked around into the next room, the next little pod. And sure enough, baby crashes. And to be in a career where the lawyers actually listen to you, they respect your opinion, they understand that you're actually the person who's at that bedside. You're actually the person who has seen, these injuries, a car accident patients. If you work in the ER, you've seen from start, to finish the care of a patient. That is so valuable to be able to take what you know and break it down into terms that a lawyer can actually understand, which then empowers them to turn around and teach a jury, to explain it to the family. And it makes them super confident because they've got, it's funny, my lawyers call me their pocket nurse, which I think is a really funny term. And I actually love it. I love to be their pocket nurse because they know they have somebody. If they have a medical question, their physician experts are hard to get a hold of, right? Sometimes it takes months for them to call them back just for one question. And if you're a busy lawyer waiting 3 months to have a simple medical question answered, or trying to figure out how this pre-existing condition relates to this new injury, and that's all they just need to know, and they can't get a hold of an expert for months, like, that is not helpful to them. So having a nurse there for them, my attorneys call me on Sunday, and I'm totally okay with that. They call me on Sunday if they're prepping for trial or prepping for deposition. There's so much value that you have as a legal nurse that you give to the legal community. And that's exciting. I want you to be excited about this journey that you're embarking on as a new legal nurse consultant, and more, not just as a legal nurse, but as an entrepreneur. There is so much freedom in working for yourself. Yes, you're going to have to work late nights sometimes. It's funny. I think people automatically assume that if you are an entrepreneur, you don't work weekends or nights. Some of my best work comes at 2 a.m. when the kids are asleep, right? You will have to work weekends sometimes, but guys, it's so different when you're working weekends for yourself than when you're working weekends for someone else. right? It's so different. Like I can stop, I can go downstairs, I can check on the kids, I can make lunch, I can have lunch with my kids. If my kids want to do something during the day, I get to be present. We just got done with our biz growth call. Shout out, raise your hand if you were on the biz growth call. This is for all our VIP members. We do it once a week. We have a weekly call where we celebrate everyone's wins, where we ask, we answer questions. But I love listening to the stories of moms and dads who I think this, I'm just mind boggled because I didn't have children and work in the hospital. I was able to get out of the hospital before I started my family and had kids. But they were saying that they've been turned down when their kids were like going to like the national championship for something and they could not get the time off for work. Honest to goodness, I don't know how I would react if somebody told me I could not go see my child go to like a competition. Like I would lose my mind. Like I can't work like that. And for the first time, one of the girls was sharing with us, for the first time, she got to go for the entire week. And she brought her laptop with her. She was still working with her attorneys, but she got to be there. She got to be present with her kids. And there is so much in that. I mean, for a mom, for a dad, to be present with their kids, and for their kids, I think too, their kids, oh, hey, mom and dad are here. They're actually here. They get to be here. But then they're also watching your journey as an entrepreneur. And it's not easy, but we're teaching and we're instilling things, in our children, hard work. Not that you're not instilling that when you go to work, but they get to actually see there and they get to be a part of it. And you guys have seen my kids. They've been a part of our shoots, and they're here when my team flies in and we're recording content for our legal nurses. My kids get to be a part of that. They get to see it, and I love it. It's somebody mentioned it's freeing, and I couldn't agree more that it's so freeing to be able to have the ability to just do what you want when you want and not have to ask the boss or ask 30 people to cover your shift. Do you remember? I remember those days where I'd be like, hey, can you cover? Can you cover? And it was just like, please, somebody, please cover this shift for me. Welcome, you guys. Nicole is from New Jersey, emergency ICU, med surge, like such wonderful skill that you have, right? That you bring to the table. Hospice and a long-term care. What's up, Heather, in snowy Oklahoma? Oh my gosh, look at this. I have goosebumps. I just thought of the snow. Do you know it hailed here today in Orange County for like 30 seconds. And the kids were so excited. So I did hospice as well. Long-term care, there is so much work in long-term care, you guys. I actually spoke with a defense firm recently, and can you imagine the amount of cases coming through a defense firm since COVID over the last 2 years? So many cases. So long-term care is such an awesome specialty. But a little myth I want to bust is that it really doesn't matter your specialty. Some lawyers, a lot of lawyers actually, there's just some processes that they just need broken down. And we have really great LNCs that are newer nurses. Blasphemy. You guys, some older LNCs will hear me say this and they will like block me, but it's true. In fact, I was a newer RN, 3 years as an RN. I was an LVN before that, but I was a newer RN when I started my business. And I've had newer RNs produce some of the best work, better than some of my 30-year veteran nurses. So if you're a newer nurse and you're like, can I do this? Can I not do this? This really depends on you and how comfortable you are in the knowledge and skill. I mean, maybe you're a new nurse and you hit the floor running, you went right to the ICU like I did. And so your skill is incredibly valuable to lawyers. So it really is an individualized, what's the word I'm looking for? It's individual. There we go, that works. On you and your comfort level. And it's not, there's very black or white answers. If you were to Google, it'll say you should be a nurse for 10 years. And then these nurses get really upset and they don't think they can do this. And that's not true. There are no rules. Okay. You could do this tomorrow if you graduated from nursing school. It could be more tough for you, But you could still do it. There is no hard rule stating like how long you should be a nurse before you do it. So anyway, so that's a myth I want to bust a little bit, and I'll probably get some backlash from some of the older LNCs, but it's true. I've had some really, really smart newer nurses that perform significantly better than my nurses who have been doing this for 30 years, who gave better reports, were able to better break down the medical facts for the lawyers and help the lawyers win. So it really, it's about you, I guess, is the answer. If you're looking at doing this, how many of you are new here and you're seeing me for the first time? What's up, Julie? Shout out new in the comments so I know you're here. You're new here. I'd love to acknowledge you. What's up, Christina? Hey, Lori, how you doing? I've been mostly talking nursing home wound. Oh, but mostly talking nursing home wound cases, and my experience is all hospital. Possibilities are endless. Yes, Nicole, you're 100% right. You know, my specialty was mostly NICU, and we do a ton of personal injury cases, which are not obviously NICU babies. So you still have training, right? You still went through school. You've still seen a lot of things. You still know how to do research. You still know how to look at things and break down the research and make it make sense. Like there's so much value. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I figured you meant taking. I probably said it wrong. What's up, Teresa? Anyway, so fun. Today is all about having fun in business. Remember to keep calm and rock on. What's up, Callie? That's my girl right there, Callie. For those of you that don't know Callie, let me share a bit about Callie. Callie went through our program last year. She landed like 16 cases in her first week and took off. Anyway, we hired her on our team because she's the most amazing person I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm so glad she's here. And she's pretty amazing. So you probably have chatted with her before if you've gone through our process. What's up, girlfriend? And we're actually, how fun is this? We're actually going to take spring break together, just her, I, and our kids, and we're gonna go do some fun traveling for spring break. And I didn't have to ask my boss to take any time off. So neither did Callie, which is really, really cool. So you guys, if you're thinking about like, gosh, I really love the law. I'm a nurse and I'm really intrigued by medical malpractice cases and, you know, criminal defense cases, you know, wrongful death cases, sexual assault cases. There's a huge scope of what you can do as a RN working as an LMC. This is like, it truly is the best field, right? I love this. Yeah, it's an awesome vacation. I can't wait. The kids only one of my children knows, and I think he's excited, but I don't think he gets it just yet. There is so much you can do as an LNC, and there's so much to learn. So we definitely have the steps that you need to take. If you're like, hey, I would like to earn a certificate, we have a certificate program. We have, you know, the reports are the most important thing. The reports as a legal nurse consultant, what you take from those medical records and how you put them down on paper, you're more than just a copy paster. Like your job is not to copy what was in the medical records and just stick it in a chronology. Your job is to really break down what happened, how it relates to that injury. Were there any previous injuries? Are there any red flags these attorneys need to know about going forward in their case that opposing counsel may try to use against them? Like there's a lot of analysis that goes into writing a report and creating that chronology. And we do so much more than just move facts from one piece of paper over to another. And I think that's really important for nurses to understand that, you know, you want to have the right training. You want to ensure that you're speaking the correct language, that you understand your attorney clients, because no two clients are the same. Every attorney has a different level of understanding. Some of these guys have been doing like head injuries, you know, for years and years and years, and could probably teach you something. So, and then there's others that are new and maybe don't understand what an NG tube is. So there's different levels of knowledge for attorneys as well. So it's really important that you understand how you create and craft those reports specific to your attorney clients and specific to their learning needs, and how to customize and how to keep your clients happy, how to keep your attorneys coming back for more, right? It is so much easier. Sorry, my phone's falling over. It is so much easier to retain attorney clients because they're happy than it is to constantly go out and try to find new clients because you messed up or you provide work product that just stinks, right? So how do we keep those attorneys happy? How do we keep them coming back for more? How do we make them so excited about what we've created for them that they tell all of their friends? This is all stuff you need to know as you're building a business. And then there's the other stuff, the HIPAA, the encryption. How do you set that up? Anyway, we have all of that inside of the Legal Nurses Rock lounge. We have a lounge. So if you're interested in learning more about our trainings and how to go about maybe moving from bedside into a career that you really want to fall in love with again, your career that you want to fall back in love with being a nurse, Legal Nurses Rock is definitely where it's at. So you're going to want to check out legalnursesrock.com. I'll have my team drop the link in the comments below, legalnursesrock.com. Once you opt in there, you're going to get a free workshop. Yep, I've actually put together a workshop and I will answer all of your questions. I've heard them all many, many times, and I'm pretty sure I answer all of them. Inside of that workshop, you'll get all your questions answered. There's even a worksheet I want you to work out together with me because I want to know your vision. I want to know your goals. And I want to ensure this really, truly is a path you want to take because entrepreneurship is not easy and it is not for everyone. Only the strong survive. So I want to ensure that this is right for you. And so you're going to want to go through that workshop, take 15 minutes, 20 minutes to do it. When you're done with it, there's a chat. There's the opportunity to chat with myself and my team. If you click on that, you'll open up a chat and we can talk more about your goals, your dreams, why you want to do this, and see if this is a process that you want to move forward with us over the next year. Because our team, we actually stay with you for a full year. Most of our nurses are up and running within the first 3 months, but we stay with you for a full year because in 7 months, you're going to get some questions from attorneys that you're not going to know the answers to, but we do. And so we're going to handhold you through the process until we feel that you have a nice, firm, solid foundation from which to stand on to go out and build an even bigger business, an even bigger company, maybe bring on subcontractors, which then frees up your time and helps you earn more money. So anyway, my phone is going off like crazy. If you're interested, go ahead, click that link, get started in the workshop today, you guys. And remember to keep calm and rock on, and you got this. We're cheering you on, and we're seriously your biggest cheerleaders. Can't wait to watch your success. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.